The housing market is continuing to take another hit. We have existing home sales continue to go down for 3 straight months, and it is just getting crazier and crazier out here. If you saw my last video, you know that I was talking about individuals having to get roommates. You saw the video before that. It was property taxes continue to go up on individuals. And then we've also have seen interest rates continue to apply pressure on individuals when it comes to unaffordability. So the housing market is continuing to take hit after hit after hit, guys. My name is Orlando and welcome to my channel. We're gonna jump right into it. It says existing home sales slide for the 3rd straight month. Housing activity tumbled for the 3rd straight month in April as soaring borrowing costs weighed on would-be buyers. Existing home sales fell to a seasonal adjusted 5.61 million units in April from a month earlier, according to the National Association of Realtors. That was down 2.4% from March and 5.9% from 1 year ago. The result came under analysts' expectation of 5.64 million units, according to Bloomberg. That figure underscored the tough conditions the buyers face, low inventory raising prices, and higher mortgage rates. Now let's talk about the low inventory situation. Do we still have an issue with low inventory? Yes, but inventory is continuing to rise. We're starting to see a lot of people pull out of the market. Guys, pull out of the market and say, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm just going to focus on saving money. I'm going to focus on getting my credit together. I'm going to focus on not buying a home that is overpriced and also not paying a ridiculous high mortgage that I cannot afford. So you're starting to see a lot of buyers sit on the sidelines and wait until this straightens itself out, until we can start seeing interest rates come down and we don't have inflation that is at a 8.3, 8.5%, which is probably higher than that. So you're starting to see a lot of buyers just sit on the side and decide, you know what, I'm either going to stay where I am or I'm going to rent, but I'm not going to purchase a home, which is making the inventory rise. What's really going to be telling for me is when I start seeing inventory rise in all 3 categories. When I start seeing inventory not just rise in that median area, that middle class, those middle class homes are those middle tier homes, right? I want to see it start at the luxury, middle, and the low priced homes. That's what I want. Once I start seeing all 3 of those tiers starting to flood with inventory, then I know we have something going on, guys. Then I know something is brewing up. But right now, we're just starting to see that middle tier starting to rise up. So, like I said, everything is working together to make this storm, this recession that's going to be happening. Because I can promise you guys this, there will be a recession that is coming. We don't know when it is. No one can tell you when it is, but I can promise you a recession is going to come. We have had too many things just rise, and be unchecked for a recession not to come. With inflation being this high, everybody thinks our economy is just doing great and nothing's going to happen. You're going to be disappointed. Higher home prices and sharply higher mortgage rates have reduced buyer activity, said an economist. It looks like more declines are imminent in the upcoming months and will likely return to pre-pandemic home sales activity after the remarkable surge over the past 2 years. Take a look at this chart here. It shows exactly what's happening in homes sold in the US over the years. And we see here in 2008, right here, you see that huge dip, and then you're starting to see it climb. But what's really interesting is right here, 2020 drop, and then we just have a surge. Now, obviously 2020, we know what happened during the pandemic, so everything dropped, but then it continues to rise, and then it dips again, and we're kind of going in that downward trend. I think that it's gonna keep dipping. I really do feel like it's going to keep dipping, guys. And the reason why I feel that way is because with all of the pressure that we have, you know, supply shortages, jobs are starting to cut loose people, the stock market down. Have you guys seen the reports from Target and Walmart about the continued loss of sales that they're having year over year, quarter after quarter? The spending power of the everyday average person, it's decreasing, guys. It's decreasing. And most people are deciding to only go into stores and buy the necessities, not go in there and buy just whatever they want, but necessity. Things are 2 to 3 times higher in some categories, guys. And that is a really big issue when our economy is based on spending, on consumers going out there and buying and buying and buying. That's what our economy is based on. And if we don't have that and everything's starting to go down, the GDP and all that other stuff starts going down, 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 you can guarantee and bet your bottom dollar that we're going to have a recession, and that's where we're headed. The median listing price in April swelled to a new record of $391,000, up 14.8% from April 2021. Realtor.com analyst said growing home prices have increased the cost of finance 80% of a typical home listing by 50% compared to a year ago. You hear that, guys? 50% compared to a year ago. That is crazy. That is crazy, and it's going to continue to rise up. The Fed, once again, has 4 more rate increases, and with all of those increases, you can expect some push up of the interest rate. There is 0 chance that the rate increases that the Fed is going to do is going to keep the rate the same that it is right now. That is not going to happen, guys. 0 chance. So you might as well get ready for it. So if I'm telling you right here, it says almost 50% compared to a year ago. What's going to happen by the end of the year when we get to those 4 rate increases? What's going to happen to the interest rate then? And what is going to happen to individuals trying to buy a home? It's going to plummet. Then inventory will just skyrocket. There will be properties that are just sitting on the market. That means that if properties are sitting on the market longer, that means that they have to either take the properties off the market or sell them less. If you're not getting any offers and you want to sell your home, then you have to drop the price to what the market will pay for it, what individuals will pay for it. And if people will not pay X amount of dollars for your house or overpay for your house because interest rates are so high and that's what's going to make prices come down, then that's what it is. Home affordability has taken a significant hit under the Fed continued plan to rein in consumer price growth by tightening financial conditions. Buyers face the highest lending rate since 2008 financial crisis. Well, you know, hey, that's part of the game. But here's my thing, guys. It's showing you that we haven't been in this situation since 2008. Just look at the history, guys. If you look at the history, you will understand that you have to plan for these things. And these are red flags showing you that the housing market is going down a path. That is a downturn. While inventory inched up last month, conditions remain unfavorable for buyers. The inventory of unsold existing homes rose to 0.03 million by the end of April, equal to 2.2 months of supply at present sales pace. Now, look, we talked about what's going on with the low inventory. You know, the inventory is inching up, but is it still considered low inventory? Yes, it is still considered over, but we're continuing to see that rise. And I am still on the train of the low inventory issue is not going to become an issue because with high interest rates, you're pushing people out of the market, not deciding to buy a home. So supply is going to continue to rise. Now we're going to start seeing supply rise in all 3 of those sectors that I talked about. Luxury, which is high, middle, low. Once all three of those start pushing up inventory, then we're going to be cooking. And then we will really start seeing exactly what the market can bear, exactly what sellers will, you know, price their homes at, and to see if this will turn into a buyer's market, guys. I hope you got value out of this content, guys. This is not a doom and gloom video. I want you to use this information to make the best decision that you can for you and your family. Also, I need you to check out this next video here. It will help you learn all about this crazy housing market, get into your first rental property. Also, check out in the description, guys. I have some useful links about membership, getting, you know, free credit reports and whatnot. See you on the next one. Thanks.